Hi, this is Natalie Reiser here from sportsreview.com. I've got Lee Phelps, William Hills, In Play radio host on the line, and we're on our final of our big threes, our Sunday's big three. Each week we do 3 Saturday battles, 3 Sunday battles, and we are now moved on to our final match: Swansea versus Manchester City. How did you get on with this one, Lee?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I've avoided the outright. I think Man City will win, actually, because I don't think Swansea are that good. You know, people have been going on about how great Swansea are, but they beat Arsenal because they sat behind the ball. They barely went into Arsenal's half. I think City have really started to hit some form, obviously a bit too late. But and I think that man, I've said it before, but Sergio Aguero has been he's been phenomenal. You know,
is that what you're playing this week? The same one?
No, not the same one.
Okay.
I actually wanted to have a bet on Wilfred Boney, you know, the former Swansea player, of course. He scored 3 goals in the last 2 games between these 2 clubs, obviously for Swansea. But his price wasn't good enough for me, 1.95. He's not been prolific. Now, you do often find that players go back to the previous club and score against them. So it wouldn't be a big surprise if he does score. But I am going for Sergio Aguero, but I'm going for an outrageous bet this time. When you look at the head-to-heads between these 2 sides, just very quickly, there's a quick explanation for this bet. Man City won 2-1 in November. They scored in both halves. They won 3-2 at Swansea in January, and they scored in both halves again, Manchester City. In the 3-0 win at home last season, they scored in both halves, etc., etc., etc. I am going for Sergio Aguero to score in both halves. 10.0, 9-1.
Oh, that's a real tricky one, actually. Well,
nice bet, isn't it? It might not happen, but it's a lovely bet.
I don't know. This kind of reminds me slightly of your Cristiano Ronaldo hat trick. I don't think he even scored.
If that comes in, I don't even think you'll turn up next week.
No, I won't. I am going to go for the over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. At the odds of 2, bet 365. Not the greatest odds for the type of bet like that.
Sorry. I was just a little tired then.
I'm gonna keep you up, Lee.
No, just a boring bet.
No,
not like this.
All right, yeah,
it's not boring. This is pure excitement. This is like a firecracker of a bet.
I know that, but God, you've got to wait. You know, your bets, you're going to be biting your nails right until the 90 minutes for him to score 2 goals. If they were playing at home, I'd probably entertain your bet, but they're playing on the road, and Manchester City just don't have the greatest on the road.
Do you know what that is? That's a firework.
Is that a firework? It's a strange-looking firework.
Admittedly, I'm not the greatest at it.
No, come on. Over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. If both of our bets come in, then of course you'll dominate you'll probably win the whole thing just based on that bet. Yeah. But you know, you've got to admit though, both teams playing well. Swans do enter from their 1-0 win playing Arsenal, and they've scored in 4 of the last 5 matches. So that gives me confidence that Swansea will score. They're playing on their turf. Last 2 head-to-heads have gone over 2.5 goals with both teams scoring.
True.
And then obviously City come from that 6-0 win playing QPR, which, you know, points again to the over 2.5 goals. So it might be a boring bet, but sometimes, and like I often say, and generally I am the winner, not just from last week, but like the slow and steady wins the race. We don't need to go for these outlandish bets, do we, Lee?
Yeah, sometimes.
That win 1 in a million.
Sometimes you have to speculate to accumulate.
Speculate. Well, you got to be in it to win it. But no,
that's Aguero with a football as the O, right there.
That looks like a brain. Doesn't look like a football.
That's my betting brain right there.
Well, if that comes in, you will be fully entitled to play whatever song of champions you want, do a victory dance, and turn up in your favourite T-shirt.
Thanks. Brilliant.
If that comes in, but good luck for that. All right. Well, listen, that rounds up our big 3 there. Yeah, I see those odds, Lee. 9-1, very nice. All right, listen, that rounds up our big threes here. We're going to head on over to the studio and we're going to film. We're going to do a recap now. It looks like Dnipro and Sevilla are through to the Europa League, as well as Juventus and Barcelona. So we're going to go preview that. Lee, I'll see you there in a sec.
See you soon.